What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of What I Watched, this time covering everything that I watched in the month of November 2023. I do have videos covering everything that I watched in the other months throughout the year, so please be sure to check out the playlist down in the comments below. Let's get right into it. I did watch a lot in November, but there's quite a few things just right out the gate. We've got 11 movies that I'm going to combine all into one. So I watched The Witch, Moonlight, Aftersun, The Green Knight, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Under the Silver Lake, Saint Maud, Climax, A Ghost Story, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, and Minari. They were all good to some extent, I will say that. Like, I got some enjoyment out of literally every film. There's only one film in that 11 film list that I will never watch again for sure, and that's just because it was nauseating. Let's move on. We got The Killer from 2023. This is the newest David Fincher film released to Netflix, and I gotta say, I don't know what I was looking at, but I gotta say it was a fun ride. Not necessarily fun, actually. It was just more intriguing. You're just curious about why this hitman is doing the things that he's doing. What is he purchasing this for? What is he going to do this? You know, a lot of regular things for a hitman, I guess, happen, but it's not an action movie. There's one fight scene. There's one use of a tool as a weapon. It's not an action movie, and that's, I guess, I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting something just a little bit more. The ending was a little bit lackluster. For that reason, I'm glad that it was released to Netflix, and I don't know if I'll rewatch it again, but it's another Fincher movie. It was solid enough, and I like Michael Fassbender. Then I finished Loki, which I will get controversial. I did not like Season 2 at all. Season 2 of Loki, what the hell happened? Everybody likes it, except me, apparently. And I think that, again, I said it in my last What I Watched video, I think I'm just getting burnt out on specifically Star Wars and superheroes. I need a break. I don't feel like I got what even the first season of Loki gave. You know, the first season of Loki, every week people were, oh, hey, what's going to happen? There were theories everywhere. And with this one, I just don't know if I care, or why should I care? It was so frustrating, and overall it was boring. It was boring. All right, enough being a negative Nancy about Loki. Let's move on and be a negative Nancy about Dicks. Dicks the musical. Not my thing. I made it like 15, 20 minutes in. Once you meet, is it David Lane? Something Lane. Ethan Lane? Nathan Lane. There we go. Once you meet Nathan Lane's character, he's goofy as always, and I like him in Beau is Afraid. Again, it's just not the film for me, so I decided to stop it about 15, 20 minutes in. After that, rewatched Mean Girls. This film is perfect. I don't care if some of the jokes are outdated. I think it's perfect. I'm not excited for the musical that's releasing in January. I think it's going to be a bit rough, but who knows? Could be good. After that, Thanksgiving, saw this one in theaters, the newest Eli Roth film, which I thought was good. It wasn't my favorite. It didn't totally live up to my personal expectations, but the kills were pretty gnarly, and I did guess the the killer within the literal first 5 minutes. There's something kind of hidden, but then once you look back at it, you're like, that is so extremely obvious why they would have done this specific type of, I can't even say it, because if I say it, it'll ruin the movie right when you start it. So yeah, Thanksgiving, fun enough. Excited for a sequel, which is already confirmed. Eli Roth confirmed a sequel for 2025. I'm excited. I want to see John Carver slice again. And I kind of, weirdly enough, I kind of hope the sequel goes a little bit darker than what they did with this first one, because I think that's where I kind of had my differences. Is I watched the Grindhouse trailer, and I was thinking, oh, they're going to do some of this stuff in a full-length movie? Like, sign me up, but I was a little hesitant. I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a rough watch, and it's kind of what I wanted. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more brutal, to be honest. Next up, we watched Quiz Lady on Hulu, I believe. This one has Awkwafina as well as Sandra Oh. Sandra Oh has way more comedic chops than I ever would have expected. She's pretty damn funny in this movie. Like, the movie itself isn't great, but there's some truly laugh out loud moments. It's not comedy of the year, it's not my favorite comedy in years, but it was exactly what I needed that night. It was just lay in bed, watch something that'll get me to laugh a little bit, and it made me laugh more than I expected, so that's all I could ask for. Then I watched a crazy brutal movie, Project Wolf Hunting. This was is it a a Thai film. I'm not quite sure, but this film is brutal. It's basically Con Air on a boat with, I don't even want to say it too. It's because there's one thing that, like, if you know about it, you're going to be like, oh, well, that's cool. But if you don't know about it and you see it, you're like, holy shit, what the hell is that thing? And that's kind of my experience with it. So if you like over the top, blood spraying everywhere, like there were some things that I personally didn't need. But overall, like if you like some brutal action, like just over the top, go check out Project Wolf Hunting. Then I rewatched Barbie, the complete exact opposite of Project Wolf Hunting, and Barbie is fantastic. I'm here to say that was my third time watching it this year, and I had just as much fun with it this time as I did the first two times. A movie that I did not finish, well, I guess I technically did, but it's because I skimmed through it. That was The Marvels. I said it before, I'm tired of superhero movies, or at least superhero movies that do the same old thing. And what they did with this movie is it really felt like 5 different movies slammed into one. It should have been Captain Marvel. It technically is Captain Marvel 3. Like, if you've seen the film, that should make sense, but it's following up WandaVision, Miss Marvel, as well as Captain Marvel, and they do too much. Not for me. Some of the fight scenes have cool elements, but I didn't. I really think I am burnt out on Marvel specifically. Next up, we got Malum from 2023. This is about a cop who's stuck inside of a police precinct. I can't quite remember anything that happened in the movie. I just remember blood, but I don't remember why. Like, I don't remember any specific kills. I don't remember any specific scares, so clearly it didn't connect with me that well. But moving on, we got The Machine, another film that didn't connect with me. I didn't really fully finish it. I did skim through it. It's a fine comedy. It's just very predictable. I'm going to combine these next ones. We got The Swan, Ratcatcher, and Poison, the 3 other short films directed by Wes Anderson released to Netflix this year. I really did enjoy all 3 of these, and I will probably be doing a ranking of all 4 of these short films sometime soon. Next up, we got Saltburn from Emerald Fennell, the newest film from the director of Promising Young Woman, which I did enjoy that film. I did not enjoy this film. I thought the visuals of it looked great. I don't think the 4/3 aspect ratio was needed at all. It really just kind of felt like a gimmick. The set was awesome. The costumes were awesome. It just felt so pretentious and like it was trying too hard to be edgy. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, this film is attacking the middle class. And in some ways, I could see how people are thinking that. And that's not even where I'm coming from. I just don't think this film is what people are advertising it as. Like, yeah, Barry Keoghan, he's a good actor, but people are saying he deserves an Oscar for this film, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I really do love the dude. Like, he's fantastic in Killing of a Sacred Deer. That's probably his best performance, or Banshees of Inisherin. My God, he's such a good actor. But here specifically, this story, it felt like bullshit. I don't know why this is the type of stuff that blows up, because I like, honestly, I would have rather Promising Young Woman had all of this acclaim compared to Saltburn. So I don't know, maybe I'm just too much of a negative Nancy today. But moving on, TMNT Mutant Mayhem. This is one of my favorite films of the year. It's one of my favorite Ninja Turtle films. I had a blast with it, and I will definitely be purchasing. Finished off the month with Eat, Pray, Love. I've never seen it before. I will most definitely, I will never watch this movie again. It is so boring. This movie's so boring. How did this movie gain so much popularity? Because I know it's a book, but my God, this movie's boring as shit. Moving on to something not boring as shit. I saw the early fan screening event. As you can see behind me, I got my IMAX poster for Godzilla -1. Holy shit. Holy atomic breath. Holy Godzilla design. Holy characters. This movie's perfect. It's the best Godzilla movie ever made. And I've seen 15 to 20 of the 37 Godzilla movies released. Like, I think I've seen a good enough chunk to say that this is the best Godzilla movie ever made. It's the best Godzilla's ever looked. It's the best the atomic breath has ever looked. It's the best use of human characters. It's the most intricate storyline while also being extremely basic. Like, it is, at the end of the day, you're dealing with human plot points that feel very intricate, but at the end of the day, you look back, you're like, oh, really pretty simple, but it's just told in such a unique and just a fun way, man. Like, I was cheering. I had a random dude sitting next to me who, like, he went up to the bathroom, and once he came back, like, I don't know this dude. I don't know this dude at all. But he came back and he sat down, and I just felt inclined to be like, hey, while you were gone, this, and this happened. Like, it was such a good movie that I had to look out for my fellow moviegoer. And it just, as you can see, I'm getting, like, giddy. Godzilla -1. Seriously, though, it's in my top 5. I don't want to share where it ranks because that would ruin my top 10 movies of 2023 video. But man, it's incredible. I don't even think I watched the trailer. I don't think I watched the full trailer. I just knew new Godzilla movie from Toho. I wanted to see it. The last Godzilla movie that I saw in theaters was the 2014 Gareth Edwards Godzilla, which, again, I've said before, I do like. I own the film. It's fine. But Godzilla -1 is where it's at. I will purchase the Blu-ray. I will purchase the 4K Blu-ray. I will purchase the Steelbook. This is fucking perfect. And that's everything that I watched in the month of November 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you guys want to see down in the comments below, for my channel, what you guys want to see. I'm very excited for some videos that I have planned for 2024, as well as some scripts that I'm writing, things like that, short films, full-length features. I'm really excited for these next couple months. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Carter Scotland Allen. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.